In the world of fashion, he was called the Rebel King, a visionary, a genius, a man who turned darkness into beauty, and beauty into revolution. But in February 2010, just days before London Fashion Week, the world woke up to a shocking headline: Alexander McQueen, dead at 40. A man at the peak of creativity, surrounded by success, fame, and global admiration. Gone suddenly, leaving behind cryptic clues, emotional turmoil, and unanswered questions. Why did a designer who conquered the fashion world fall into such despair? What hidden pressures, secrets, and tragedies pushed him to the edge? And why do many believe the full truth behind his final days has never been revealed? Tonight, we dive deep into the life, brilliance, and mysterious final hours of the man who rewrote the rules of fashion. Born Lee Alexander McQueen in London's East End, he wasn't meant to become a luxury fashion icon. He was a tailor's apprentice, a quiet boy with a fierce imagination. He shocked the fashion world with the Highland Rape, The Hunger, Voss, Plato's Atlantis. His runway shows were theatrical, disturbing, brilliant, more performance art than fashion. People called him mad genius, rebel king, dark romantic. Behind the fame, McQueen struggled with insecurities, trauma, and climbing pressure from the fashion machine. A machine that never sleeps. McQueen wasn't just a designer, he was a storyteller. His shows explored death, beauty, identity, fear, freedom. Critics called him the fashion world's Shakespeare. Celebrities, royalty, and supermodels worshipped his work. By 1996, he became head designer for Givenchy, then launched a global brand under Gucci with nearly unlimited power. But the higher he climbed, the darker things became behind the scenes. McQueen worked non-stop. He pushed himself brutally, often sleeping only a few hours while preparing shows. Friends noticed his mental health deteriorating, struggles with identity and isolation, a growing dependency on substances, pressure from corporations demanding bigger shows, bigger profits, faster results. He once said, "Fashion should be a release from reality, but for me, reality keeps chasing." The cracks behind the persona began to widen. In early February 2010, McQueen's beloved mother, Joyce, died. He was devastated. She was his anchor, his emotional grounding. Only 9 days later, McQueen was scheduled to present a new collection for Fashion Week. He was exhausted. He was grieving. He was alone in his apartment. Friends later revealed he felt overwhelmed by personal loss, pressure from sponsors, unresolved past trauma, a fear of disappointing the world. Many believe Joyce's death was the emotional breaking point. February 11, 2010, McQueen was found in his London apartment. Authorities ruled it a non-criminal, self-inflicted death, but several mysteries remain. Unanswered questions. Why was he working non-stop on the next collection despite his fragile state? Why did people close to him say he seemed frighteningly stressed the day before? Why were parts of his studio meticulously cleaned or rearranged? Why did his brand release polished statements so quickly? Why did fashion insiders insist the full truth hasn't been told? No foul play was suspected, but the emotional and psychological pressures surrounding his final days were enormous. Some insiders believe he was consumed by a fashion system that chews artists alive. Critics called it spiritual, his farewell, a message in art. The garments resembled angels, saints, warriors, mythological ascensions. Many felt McQueen predicted his own end through his final designs. But others claimed something stranger. His last work looked too perfect to be unfinished. Did he work on it obsessively? Did his emotional state fuel an almost supernatural level of creativity? This became one of the biggest debates in fashion history. Alexander McQueen changed fashion forever. His influences live on through Lady Gaga, Rihanna, Sarah Burton, countless designers who grew up studying his art. His exhibitions draw millions. His philosophy reshaped the industry. Yet behind all the success, his story remains a reminder of how vulnerable creative minds can be under relentless pressure. McQueen's life was a masterwork, bold, dramatic, filled with beauty and haunted brilliance. Though the official cause of death is known, the deeper reasons remain layered with mystery. Fame, trauma, loss, pressure, and the unbearable weight of genius. He gave the world his imagination. But in the end, it was the world that demanded too much in return.